Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that happened this past week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
I'm ready to go. I mean, there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. Obviously, if you're joining us live, we ask that you join the chat. Let us know what you think. Black Friday 2024. So today is Black Friday. So I'm sure a lot of people were out there shopping. Hopefully everybody had a great Thanksgiving as well. And now you're ready to talk some, sports with us. Please join the chat. Let us know what you think. As well as we want to thank all of our listeners, WDJY 99.1 FM in Dallas, Georgia, as well as SEC TV, Public Access Channel 12 in Southeast Connecticut. Want to thank you for your support as well. Again, if you have any...
Hopefully WBOB gets it right this week and puts us on.
We will see. I will say this. If you, again, have any comments that you'd want to talk about, please let us know. Or as we're talking about any of the topics tonight, please join in. Let us know what you think. Ron, it is time to kick this bad boy off if you are ready. Let's start off with our leadoff story. A lot of games last night. Game today, as a matter of fact. I believe the Chiefs and Raiders are still going on right now. But let's talk a little bit about those Thanksgiving games. The Bears at the Lions, the Giants at the Cowboys, and the Dolphins at the Packers. We're going to start off with that Bears at Lions game. Thoughts on the game? Obviously, Matt Eberflus has been terminated from his job as the Chicago
I would have
Bears
done it on the
coach.
field last night.
Absolutely.
I would have done it on the field.
It was such a bad clock management. One of the worst I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it was awful. Like, yes, maybe. Oh my God, I just went blank with his name. Quarterback.
Matt Eberflus? Oh, Caleb Williams.
Oh my God, I just went blank. Now,
Kenny,
yes, he should have called the timeout too. But I get it. They're in a panic. They're trying to get into this game and win this game, right? And he's a rookie quarterback. You're supposed to be able to lead this guy to do what you need him to do. And he just left them hanging out to dry. And that's what it looked like to me. It's just like he didn't know what to do. And he just said, oh, well, he'll do it. And he'll take the blame.
I think both of them honestly didn't handle it well. But if you look at the situation as well, they didn't need a touchdown. They needed to get in field goal range to win, right, or to at least tie it to go into overtime. And when you looked at it, okay, call the timeout, get yourself the 10 yards you needed, if that, because you only needed about probably, I think it was 7 to 10 yards.
But again, Eric, it comes down to, little things. Like when they went for 2 to put themselves within, 8 points, right? I'm like, why are you doing this? Because it's only third quarter, I believe, at the time, or maybe very early fourth quarter. I don't remember what the quarter was, but I know there was still plenty of time left. And I'm like, this is going to come back to bite you in the behind. And instead of being able to tie it, they could have won it on a field goal.
Yeah. And
then they didn't even get a field goal out of it because they didn't know what to do at the end of the game.
Listen, Caleb Williams, 3 touchdown passes.
Mistake after mistake, game after game for this team, for this coach.
Yeah. Now, Matt Eberflus, like I said, it was time. I think you saw enough.
It was terrible.
The fact that he didn't even, James, thanks for joining. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. The fact that he was kind of questioning, we did the right thing. We were doing, bro, you lost the game on a play that you legitimately had a shot to tie. Like, what do you mean you called the right play? You didn't even get a playoff.
True.
You didn't get a field goal off. Again, what was more surprising too, Ron, the fact that this game was as close as it was. Everybody's looking at the Lions and what they've been able to do for the last, few games here. Now 10 straight wins. And they seem to struggle a little bit to get it going, especially at the end of this game. 13-0 in the fourth quarter. Was not able to put the Bears away. Little concerning there. Not a lot, but a little. Because again, you don't want to.
Oh, it's concerning. It's concerning because they're jumping out to a fast start, but then they do nothing in the second half lately, and that can be contagious amongst all the players, where you get in some players are not playing, all out, and it spreads like wildfire on the team. And then before you know it, you can't even jump out to those big leads again.
Yeah,
and
it's problematic. It's definitely problematic.
It is. And it's habitual, right? I mean, when you talk about, look at that word, huh? Habitual. You talk about things that can come back and haunt you in the playoffs. That's a thing that's going to haunt them in the playoffs.
So listen, as much as I believe that Dan Campbell's learned his lesson, close games scare me with the Detroit Lions. I don't feel comfortable in a playoff situation that he makes the right decision that doesn't cost them a game, because this very easily could have turned into the Bears surprising everyone and winning this game.
The Bears should have won that game. They should have won that game, when you just put into the effect of what happened in that fourth quarter. They should have won that game. That's a game that slipped away, that Chicago could have stolen away from one of the best teams in the league. And instead, it is squandered yet again. And this, Eric, this makes me believe I was right about Fields. They shipped him off for no reason because the coach stunk.
Yeah, listen, I guess before we move on to the next game, just a quick question. Coaching now, Vrabel, Belichick, maybe to Chicago? You think that's an enticing job for them with Caleb Williams?
I think
do you think they go in a different direction?
You also have pretty good receivers there too. No, let's not forget that. I mean, Keenan Allen is pretty good, and I like Moore. I think
DJ Moore's a good. Yeah, I would say this: if I am the Chicago Bears, I am calling Ben Johnson from the Detroit Lions, and I'm trying to hurt that team as well. They're in my division. Gives me a great offensive mind to work with my, technically we're going to call him a rookie quarterback because I don't think he got coached this year. And then we see what happens. But to me, that's a win-win for the Chicago Bears. Just throwing it out there. If I was going to go a route, I'd stay away from Belichick or Vrabel because, again, both defensive-minded coaches. Don't think it helps the quarterback. Go after Ben Johnson. Yes, he hasn't coached before, but now you're hurting a team in your division as well because you're taking one of their best coaches away from that.
I'll even go a step further, Eric. Why not give Vrabel a call for your defensive coordinator as well? You get Ben Johnson. I think looking at Mike Vrabel as the defensive coordinator now puts you in a position where you have a good defensive mind, giving the input to an offensive head coach who's going to be able to guide Caleb Williams correctly, and the defense will also improve as well.
Agreed. Second game of the night was the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys pull out a 27-20 victory. To me, the Cowboys should have really won this game by a lot more. I mean, and I understand they
have 2 wins.
They have a lot of issues.
And they're excited.
Injuries, Dallas, all these things. But 13 penalties by the New York Giants and 2 turnovers, and you win that game by 7 points. And it literally came down to the last minute of the fourth quarter before you actually secured it. Yeah, it was a joke. You're looking at 2 poorly coached teams. Let me rephrase that. Mike McCarthy's not a poor coach. I think some of those players just quit at this point. But I will say that you can see both of these teams are struggling. They are just in a mess. And it was pretty evident when you're watching this game that neither team really wanted to win. Dallas got lucky towards the end that Cooper Rush's knee was down because he had fumbled the ball into the end zone. Giants had recovered right after the Dallas Cowboys had recovered a fumble. So it was just pretty interesting or eye-opening to see that both of these teams didn't want to win that game. And I'm sitting back going, okay, Manny, thanks for joining, brother. But I'm sitting back going, okay, maybe they just ended a tie because I think neither team really wanted to see the other team win.
No, and it's like I get Micah Parsons' comments at the end. He's all excited, he's fired up, blah blah blah. They just won a game for like the first time at home this year, which is appalling.
Isn't that crazy?
It's been a year since they won at home. How's that for a stat? And they're supposedly contenders. I mean, and not for nothing, they're done. They're done this year. They're not going to make a comeback. No. And I know that's what Micah Parsons needs to say, but it's a joke. There's no way Dallas is coming
when
back.
You're delusional and saying, yeah, we're a good team, you got a lot of issues. And offensive line, no running backs. Again, the owner and what he's doing. And I think sometimes, honestly, Mike McCarthy's not a bad coach. I don't think Mike McCarthy's the biggest issue. It's Jerry Jones. I was actually pissed we won. Yeah, I'd rather lose every game. Yeah, you want a higher draft pick at this point, right? And I think the more Dallas wins, in Jerry's mind, he wants to continue to make the playoffs. That's all he cares about. Let me make the postseason, regardless of the struggle. And the funny thing is, again, here was a team that should have sold at the trade deadline, didn't do that, right? Pick up Mingo, the wide receiver, has not done anything. And it's just, thank you for the follow. Right. And then you just start sitting back and going, what are we doing now? Like at this point, to Manny's point, to James, lose that game and try to get ahead of the Giants who are in your division.
Yeah. And, with the Giants sitting at 2 wins, now you're 4. So you can probably kiss that one goodbye, because the Giants, I don't see a possible another win this season.
Yeah, but I think the Giants, absolutely not. I mean, Drew Lock looked no better. I don't know what that was all about and seeing what you had. And then you sit back and then you're also going and saying, you know what? What's his kid? The kid there, Danny, whatever. I don't even remember his name now. Who's the Italian kid?
I don't know, but all I can think of is Danny Amendola.
No, it's Danny Amendola. The Italian kid over there with the Giants, too, that got the starting job last week. But, the kid's no better. Tommy Cutlet or whatever his name is. But you know what I mean? Like, what are they doing? And it's just, it's a mess in New York. It is a mess. Tommy DeVito.
Danny DeVito?
Tommy.
Come on, it can't be Danny DeVito. That's the actor.
No, Tommy DeVito.
Oh, okay. Well, you
DeVito.
said Danny before.
Did I? Danny Dimes. No, Danny Dimes. I said no. I don't know what I said. DeVito. Thank you, gentlemen. But again, I don't know. I mean, chicken cutlet. That's what I call him. I don't know. Did you hear about that story when last year? No. He wouldn't go to the bakery. Like there was some big bakery thing or whatever it was, and he agreed to go there. And then he got pretty. Yeah, there it is, Manny.
Hey.
But he was supposed to go to this bakery thing, but because he had played well and his name was starting to come out, he refused to go to the bakery because he wanted to get paid after he had already agreed to go. Yeah, it's Tommy.
Ooh, wow.
Right, but I don't know.
Well, he lost out, right?
A piece of garbage. I got to do my Uncle Paul.
He's going to be there next year?
That's my Uncle Paulie every so often from Ryan. You know what? He's a piece of garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah, not a very good game. I watched bits and pieces of the last game. I don't know how much you caught of it, but the Dolphins at the Packers. Packers win 30-17. Big win for the Packers because it kind of keeps them in the division. Obviously, postseason.
I love the talk how Miami can't win in the warm weather, right? No, Miami just can't beat good teams.
That too. But especially when it's cold.
When it's cold. Nothing to do with the 40-plus degree weather.
Yeah, but they stink in the cold. They really are not very good.
They just stink.
Their playoff hopes are done. I'm done hearing that. If I got to hear about the Dolphins having a shot, listen. I mean, all the shot we're worried about is the next one Tua takes.
Having a shot. Well, I think the AFC is already decided, to be honest with you. You know, when you're looking at Baltimore, the Chargers, and Denver in those wild card spots, I don't think anybody's going to catch them.
Yeah, Washington right now is got to figure it out quick because
they're sliding.
They are dropping quick as well.
They are sliding.
Yeah,
but
it's going to be
it's reality, right? They're starting to seem more and more like what they did at the beginning of the year was just a good run, but they just really don't have the talent as teams.
Yeah, you really got to look at the teams they beat too. Right now, that Chiefs 19-17 in the fourth quarter, 14 seconds left. Vegas has the ball.
So wait a minute, they're up by 2 points over Vegas?
Yeah, and Vegas has the ball. They're on KC's 32.
How is Kansas City got one loss?
But that's what I said. Detroit, you would really think they would have smoked the Bears, and they didn't. I don't know. The NFL this year, even the teams that we really think. But bigger impact for the Packers with this playoff push.
Are the refs on strike or something?
This team, maybe. They haven't paid them well in a while. I'd be very curious. I think Vegas missed the field goal with 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Oh, is it? Am I on a delay here? It's showing 11 seconds. Oh, yeah. Kansas City has the ball. Good call. Yep. Kansas City wins.
Well, that's unfortunate.
But so good games. Thanksgiving. You like this Black Friday game? Do you think that's a good move by the NFL?
Well, it would be better if it was a good game.
It was a good game.
Yeah, okay.
It's 2 points.
Still.
I don't know. I just think that
nobody wants to see Kansas City Raiders matchup.
I think they're too much, man. They're going crazy. They're going crazy. Let's continue this NFL talk, though, Ron.
Is there the day after Black Friday game, too?
I don't know. They have a Saturday game coming up, too. They got all kinds of stuff. I don't know. Daniel Jones, my friend, has signed with the Minnesota Vikings. Can this help him get his career back on track? I like this move. Listen, Kevin O'Connell.
I'm not saying I don't like the move, but I don't know if anybody's expecting him to even play. He's not going to play.
He may play. There's still a lot of talk. This is to push Sam Darnold to say, hey, look, if you don't stop performing, football is football. Season is almost up. Yeah, so what, bro? Instead of watching nada. Yeah, I guess you could look at it that way. I don't know. I mean, I
depends on what kind of football you like.
I don't know. I just feel like they're trying so hard to put games on every day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Like, what are we doing?
When's the Italian Stallions coming back?
XFL is after February.
That's not XFL. It's USFL.
Oh, USFL or whatever it is now. UFL now. It's just UFL.
Okay.
Listen, Kevin O'Connell, we've got to start to give this guy some credit. He's a very good offensive coach. And I think that he could get this kid back on track. Listen, he did. Sam Darnold was holy cow. Tell me anybody thought Sam Darnold would be 9-2 in a season ever.
No.
He seems to find ways to get these quarterbacks. I'm
surprised he's won 9 in his career.
But that's what I'm saying. If he can turn this kid who had some talent. Listen, he got the Giants to the postseason. Brian Daboll's first year. You saw a lot of good things from him at points. Overall, Ron, when I looked at his numbers, he's thrown for over 14,000 yards in his career, 70 touchdowns, 47 interceptions. So the kid's not like, holy cow, he's always turning the ball over. He's had some decent games. Rushed for over 2,100 yards, 15 touchdowns. He's been on a bad team with bad coaching.
Right. I get it. You know,
when has he ever had a Justin Jefferson to throw to? Never.
He hasn't. But don't forget, they had a good running back last year. That is why they got there.
But then what does the GM do?
It gets rid of them. I know.
So how's that help the kid?
It doesn't help him. But even still, with that big threat of the run, he still hasn't produced enough on the field. And I get it. It's the same thing as what the Patriots have gone through with nobody to throw to. And I understand that. But I just don't see him being able to throw the ball down the field. They have to get little bits and pieces and hope that they can get the offense to go.
But let me ask you this question. Greatest quarterback of all time, right there behind my shoulder, right? First year, he gets Randy Moss. What happens?
Lights it up.
They had the best touchdown. He threw the
Daniel
most
Jones
touchdowns.
Is not Tom Brady.
I'm not. What I'm saying to you is this: when you elevate the talent around you, even as great as Tom Brady was, it elevated Tom Brady. Now you're giving Daniel Jones a Justin Jefferson, an offensive line that can block. Because I don't know if you watched that game yesterday. That offensive line was atrocious. Right?
I'm still trying to figure out who has the worst offensive line.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Giants, the Bears, or the Patriots.
I mean, when I saw 13 penalties, I thought I was watching a Patriot game. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, this kid can turn his career around with this move. And I like Kevin O'Connell. And I don't think people are giving, I know everybody wants to crap on Daniel Jones and he stinks and the kid's not good. The kid has some kind of talent because he's lasted 6 years in the NFL and he started for a lot of games. We've got to blame what's around him too.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway,
look, it's all the pieces that needs to be in place.
I think this is going to work out. All right, let's talk about games of interest for week 13, Ron. What do you have? I got 4, and a couple of them are stretches, but I think they could be interesting games. I mean, a lot of games already happened, so that kind of threw us for a loop too. We've already had 4 games played.
I'm assuming that you have Philadelphia at Baltimore.
Eagles at Ravens, probably the best matchup of this week, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's a game that I'm looking forward to. You figure Barkley and Travis Henry, and then you have Hurts versus
Derrick Henry.
Lamar. What did I say? Travis
Henry. He hasn't been around a long time.
Who is Travis Henry?
He was a running back. No, he was a running back in the day.
So Derrick Henry, wow, that freaked me out just now. And then you have Hurts and Lamar Jackson, who you might be looking at an MVP on this field in this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's several people that deserve it,
and everybody
that are playing in this game.
I don't think people are giving the Philadelphia Eagles enough credit. I told you when we had the NFL rankings come out and people like Philly's too high. Philly is the only team that's in the top 10 in offense, defense, points for, points against. Like they're going to kill it.
I like Philly. Look, I mean, this is a team that we thought was going to be very scary last year, and they just couldn't get out of their own way. This year, they put Barkley in there, and let me tell you, that changed everything.
A lot. Stability.
He is just an amazing player.
Such a good player. I'm going to assume, and I had this game because I really think that it's either the end or the beginning of something. Buffalo Bills. So 49ers at Buffalo Bills. 49ers need to figure this thing out now, period. If this is another loss, they're done. They are completely done. Consider them done. They're not winning their division. They're out of the postseason.
Yeah, right now they're sitting in last place in their division.
So they have to figure this out. And again, we all think Buffalo is probably the second best team in the NFL right now. Josh Allen is really right?
I'm beginning to move the needle a little.
How fun would that Super Bowl be? Detroit versus Buffalo. You talk about those offenses, those quarterbacks, a lot of things. So again, that would be fun. I also had, because of the division, and we still think the Bengals may possibly have a shot, a small one, Steelers at Bengals. Because I think most people are still waiting to see if the Bengals are like, holy cow, this is for real. Like, they're that bad. It's
that is the biggest disappointment of the season in my book. Of any sport. Biggest disappointment, Cincinnati Bengals. They are squandering a quarterback right now. Squandering.
You're going to lose T. Higgins next year. Like, this was your shot.
There are like 27 other teams that would kill to have Joe Burrow as a quarterback. And they are squandering it because for whatever reason, they just don't have.
Their defense is so bad. Okay? I don't know what it is, but they still got players too. It's weird. It is a weird situation.
It is. And nobody, like you said, everybody's waiting for it.
Like, we just keep they'll figure it out. Because every year they start off bad and then they come back. And
I don't think it's this game because I think Pittsburgh, the way they're playing this year, they're going to steamroll over Cincinnati in this game.
Steelers bad loss last week to the Browns.
Yeah, that's why I think more. I think more that they're going to come back and they are going to play physical. They're going to play tough. They're going to run Cincinnati out of their own building.
All right. One more. I have one more. Do you have another one?
I have, technically two more.
Okay.
But I don't know if I'm really excited.
Are you talking yourself into this? Or okay.
So I know what the other one you're gonna have is
Pat's
Colts. But I have the Chargers and Falcons.
I have that game, right? These are two teams that need wins.
They both need this win.
And I really think that the Chargers are the better team.
I do too.
They seem to perform better all year. But again, the Falcons sometimes find ways to win. And again, their division's still up for grabs. I don't know. That's, I think, an interesting game. I
thought you had the other one that I had a question mark over.
What's the other one?
Arizona and Minnesota.
I don't believe in the Cardinals. I just don't.
I don't either. But
I know they're winning. Yeah, they're 6-5, and yeah, like they're in first, and I just don't think that. I think that division is going to be won by a team that's 500 or close to it, because obviously 17 games. But I don't think they're that much better than anybody else. I just think the whole division stinks. They're beating their division opponents.
How pissed do you think Green Bay and Washington are sitting in their division?
And they're going to be out.
9-3 Green Bay is second place.
Like, it's crazy. It's unreal.
Could you imagine what they do in that division?
It's unreal. And then, now Minnesota, they win this game, right? They'll be 10-2 and they'll still be in second place.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. 10-2 Minnesota's second place.
Yeah.
9-3 Green Bay in third.
Yeah, right? It's crazy. It's unreal. Unreal. All right, Ron. Great NFL talk. Again, thank you for everybody that's joining the chat. Again, if you are watching live, join the chat. Let us know if you have any comments as well. Any games that you're looking forward to watching this weekend as well. I know there was a lot that happened on Thursday and today, so kind of threw everything for a loop. But, Ron, we are going to move on to free throws with this really bad sound bite. Free throws. So a free throw segment, basically, we ask...
Whose voice is that?
I don't know. Whoever it is. Guy sounds
you got to call Scal and get him to say it.
Scalabrini. The red...
And you can do it slick, Eric. You
the
can
red
just
mamba.
Call on the phone, hey, Scal, what is that thing when you go to the line and you shoot two baskets?
Yeah, what could Shaq
And then when he says free throws, you record it and boom.
Got it. So our free throw segment, basically, we ask each other a particular topic. We've got to give an answer. And then the fans out there that are live got to let us know if we made our free throws. So this week's free throw segment is best shooting guards from each team. So we're going to give you 4 teams. It's got to be a shooting guard. So, for instance, Chicago Bulls obviously would be Michael Jordan, right?
Is that my first one?
That was so close to being your first one. I thought about it really, really hard. And then I said no. All right. So, Ron, I am first this week. So I will give you your first free throw. And it is the Orlando Magic.
Really? Or who the hell was...
Who even was on that team? Ever. Best shooting guard in Orlando Magic history.
Wait. Tracy McGrady was there. Tracy McGrady was... All right, so here's the answers. All right, Tracy McGrady for half the teams, Ray Allen for the other half.
Ray Allen. Tracy McGrady would be the right answer. That's what
I'm going to say Tracy McGrady. I can't
McGrady.
think of anybody else that was...
No, T-Mac. Good call, buddy. That's what I had. Do the fans agree? Those out there live. Tracy McGrady, best shooting guard in Orlando Magic's history.
I mean, it's got to be. I can't even think of anybody else.
That's who I had. So I'm giving you that one. If nobody else.
Wait, was Del Curry there?
No. Kenny said yes. You made your free throw.
Yes.
All right. What do you got? Oh, boy.
Well, assuming you gave me that one, I will give you... I'll give you an easy one.
James loves McGrady. He was a good player, man. He really was, Tracy McGrady. One of those, another high schoolers that really did well.
I'm gonna give you a pretty easy one. I think it comes down to really one of two players. So I'm gonna go as Golden State Warriors.
See, I could go Mitch here, or you go Clay, and I think you go Clay.
You can go Chris Mullins too.
No, he was small forward.
I don't know.
Chris Mullins, small forward. I would go Clay because of the championships.
And that's
exactly what I did. That's what would put him over the top. To me, Clay.
I have him over the top because of that.
Yeah. I think the championship. But yes, Mullen was a small forward. You could go Mitch Richmond though. When they had Run TMC. No, because Run TMC, it was him.
Oh yeah.
Mullen, right? Yeah. So
you're right.
So I am going with Klay Thompson. Would be Run TMC. He's going Mitch. He's mad miss. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with him there. Mitch Richmond never won anything. What do you win? Yeah, I like the championship factor. So that's a 50-50, Ron. So it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm going to give that to you because that's who exactly I have. And the reason is exactly how I have it. So, Eric, I will give you that win.
Free throws.
That free throw is good.
We're both 100%
bounced around, rolled around, and then it went in.
Rimmed. All right. Your next one is the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Who you got?
I'm like, Toronto Raptors. Wasn't that Vince? Vince
He was on there, Vince. Oh, not. But was Vince small forward too? I think Vince might have been small forward.
No. He's a shooting guard. He's a shooting guard. He's
I
another guy that played for every team, and you could probably put him on like 5 teams.
I got DeMar DeRozan.
No, shooting guard, Vince Carter.
DeMar DeRozan. Let me see. I don't know. What's Vince? What do the fans out there think? Did Ron make his free throw?
I mean, he's got to be. He has to be.
Vince Carter.
Look up his position, Eric.
I'm looking right now.
Shooting
small
guard.
Forward. Well, no. Shooting guard, small forward, and power forward.
He could play everywhere. He was that good. He takes the place of 3 players. So he has to be the one.
That's a tough one. But how long did he play in Toronto?
I think
was he
4 years.
Let's see. Toronto was 7 years, the longest of his career.
See? Even more.
23. I don't know, though. DeRozan, though.
T-Mac did play there, too, but he only played a couple of seasons.
Yeah. So did Ron make that free throw? I don't know. That's a tough one. Because that's if you consider Vince a shooting guard. I don't know.
He shot the ball all the time.
Oh, boy. He dunked the ball. I loved Vince. Vinsanity, baby. One of the best to do it. All right, Ron, Well, they make
Vince Carter
decision.
and T-Mac followed each other around across the league. They played for like 6 teams each.
No,
and
Kenny says you did not make it.
You know what, Kenny? I was going to send this to you.
Well, I feel like
now.
What you can't bribe people. That isn't how this works.
No. This was what he won.
I don't want to hear it. Yeah, I feel like bribes coming.
He won the card last week.
What do you got? What do you got? What's your next team?
I got screwed is what I got.
Oh my goodness. Boy,
all right.
Oh boy.
LA Clippers, Eric.
Ooh.
Oh, and don't be looking it up.
No, I would go Crawford. Oh, see, James
Crawford?
Think you made it. Yeah. Jamal Crawford.
So it's a 50-50. Wait, 50-50. What one would you give that one to me, Eric?
See, I said DeMar DeRozan, though. I didn't consider Vince. I'm going to give it to you. I'm giving it to you. Jamal Crawford is who I'm going with. Clippers.
He was my second guy.
He played for a while, too.
He was my second guy. I have Ron Harper.
Ooh, that's a good one, too. Ooh, that's tough.
Not to hop all over you.
But Harper got hurt early in his career there and then went to Chicago and dominated, too. No, maybe not. Maybe, yeah, but he dominated for a bit with the Clip. But I'm going Jamal Crawford. That man was like the microwave. He could just light it up in like seconds.
Wait, wouldn't that be like a lamp?
He heated it up, all right? I mean, come on. It's Thanksgiving. Cut it out. We're eating here. Yeah, he's lamp. Lighting the lamp. Jamal Crawford. Yes, Kenny says
He's
yes.
Giving that to you. I would give that one to you, too, because it was a toss-up for me. It was a toss-up.
Let me see, though. Yeah. He played for how long with the Clips? I felt like it was a long time, but I could be wrong. 5 years.
Yeah. I think
years.
Harper was the same.
Let me see. I'm going to check.
He might have been actually a year more.
Ron Harper.
Because Harper went back for another year later, too.
But Harper blew out his knee. That's what killed him early. Harper played for 5 years with the Clippers. Yeah, that was a tough one. That was a good one. Shooting guard, point guard, by the way. Ron Harper. All right, your next team, the Detroit Pistons.
Wait, that's got to be Joe Dumars.
Bang, baby. If they don't give you, they got to give you that one. Joe Dumars.
Joe Dumars was a beast.
Right? Those 80s teams, so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you think about the wars Detroit Pistons were in.
Boston,
woo,
Chicago. Cleveland.
It was rough. It was rough. No way LeBron could have hung then. There's no way.
Oh, forget it. You saw that clip I sent you the other day. He didn't even get touched. He went down like his ribs got broken.
I know.
If they don't give it to you, I'm giving it to
you. The other day, too, with Wembayama.
That's the one I sent you.
Wembayama went up.
Yeah, and he
acted like
hard
he got
one.
killed.
Kenny's going hard one. Who do you got, Kenny? Kenny's got somebody else than Joe Dumars.
How do you have somebody else than Joe Dumars? There's nobody else but Joe Dumars.
I don't know. What do you got? What's your next? Okay, yes. He couldn't come up with
because you know what? He's saving face right there. He didn't
come
know
up with
who was out there.
Yeah, he just said, okay, yes. James gave it to you as well. You made that free throw. What do you got?
Jesus, tough crowd. All right.
Rip Hamilton, though. Yeah, that was a good one,
Dumas
too.
Was way better.
I don't know, but that team that won beat the Lakers, that Rip was pretty good. All right. What do you got?
Oh,
boy.
I got to do this one because it's funny, and it was on my list of the four. And it is strictly because I want to hear it being said. Denver Nuggets.
What's Ahmad? Was he point guard though? Ahmad Rauf. I think he was a shooting guard. That's who I would go with. I don't know.
Oh, that's the guy that changed his name, didn't he?
Yeah.
I remember him. He was a good player. I don't know if I put him at the top because he's not this guy.
Oh, boy. Who do you have? Chris Jackson. Yeah, that was, yeah.
I have Fat Lever.
Fat Lever was good, too.
He was really good. He could rebound. He could score, defend. He did it all. Fat Lever.
Yeah, no. You might have got that one. I think I missed that one. Because I can't. Yeah, I don't know.
Why do I not remember Chris Jackson?
Because that's who changed. That's what he changed his name, but I can't remember how to spell his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, he's pretty good though. He's pretty good. Spell it.
Nope.
He's no fat, but
I don't know though.
Stop right now. Kenny, go look up his numbers. Look up his numbers. You tell me to stop. Look his numbers up.
I don't know. I can't even find him. I don't know.
There we go, James. You got it.
What do you go? Fat Lever?
He thinks Fat Lever as well.
I think so. I think I missed that one. That was a good one. That was a very good one.
That was a hard one. That was a real,
Chris Jackson was very good though. But I think Chris Jackson might have been point guard. So I don't think he was true.
Chris Jackson was a good player.
Ahmad Rauf. I can't remember.
Rauf.
Yeah.
Rauf.
All right, my last one for you. Oh boy. There we go. Charlotte Hornets.
Ew. Who do they even have? Ooh, wait a minute. That's the team that Del Curry was
There
on.
You go. I was like, you said it already.
I knew it. I knew there was a team over there that was
Del
blue.
Curry. That was blue.
Del Curry. It's gotta be, right?
That was Del. That
team. They had
him,
another
Zoe.
guy. It wasn't Sean Kemp. It was and I get these guys mixed up sometimes. Gill. Is it Gill?
Kendall Gill. Yeah. Kendall Gill. Yeah.
But I'll take Del Curry on this.
Del Curry. And if anything, you got to thank him for Steph. So.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call. I think you made that one. That's a win. What do you got for me? What's the last one?
I'm not going to give you a hard one because I just gave you the really hard one.
That was a good one.
I'm going to go. I think it's a question of two players on this team. I'm going to go Utah.
Because you could go Hornacek.
So they gave me Fat Lever.
Yeah. No, and they gave you Del Curry. That was Del.
Oh,
right?
They gave me Del Curry. That's what I meant.
100%. I'm going Hornacek. Who else?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Hornacek. He was a good player too.
I'm trying to think. Utah.
I think you got to go back a ways. Just don't shoot any blanks.
I can't think of anybody on Utah. Holy
come
crap,
on! I just gave you the greatest.
I know. Yeah. Byron Russell. Wasn't he shooting guard, Byron Russell? I mean, a small forward.
No, he was like one of those dual players again. Yeah, but I think he was classified as shooting guard, small forward. But I wouldn't put him in the top three.
I'm going Hornacek. I can't think of anybody else.
That's a good get. That's a good one. And frankly, with the three guys that I had, I think anyone would have been acceptable.
All right. I'm going Jeff Hornacek.
Yeah, I would have went with Pete.
Pete Maravich. Yeah, good call. Yeah, could have been Pete as well.
Then you can go Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, I don't know. Not long enough. Not a long enough.
I know. That's why I'm like.
I went 50% this week. Not good. Not good. I agree with you. That was a good one, Ron. You got some good ones in there. let's continue though with this NBA talk as well, Ron, because Anthony Edwards called out his team, called them soft. Do you think the Minnesota Timberwolves are in trouble? Is this a sign of bad things to come now for this team?
Yes, absolutely. When there is now, look, I don't think it was a good trade.
I was going to say, like, Julius Randle's playing well. He's averaging 21.7, 6.7 rebounds, 4.1 assists.
Well,
he's playing well.
Anthony Towns can be a difference maker.
Right? I think so. Kenny doesn't think so. I think too, the fame Anthony Edwards got in the Olympics hurts him because he came out and said, "I'm the man, I'm the guy, I'm the next wave." Kind of skipped over Tatum, kind of skipped over, some of these other guys that you start to question, is it getting to his head? Is he getting too big for his bridges right now?
Yeah, and it's like when you start, to me, that was like a call out to the general manager kind of thing for not making that trade, which indirectly insults the players that they got in the trade. And I don't think you can do that. That isn't the right thing to do, is to basically insult your teammates, because that indirectly is what happened here. And I think there could be some feelings hurt amongst the team right now. And when they're looking like they're taking a nosedive right now. I mean, they're not doing well at all.
8-10.
And
lost their last 4 games. Yeah, 4 straight losses, 8-10. They're 2 games out of the playoffs right now. And you think about the NBA, they give 10 teams, only like 4 teams out of each conference will make it. And
but the thing is, there's some good teams down there that are trying to get into that spot. Like take New Orleans. They haven't even begun to play. If they turn it around, where's that going to leave Minnesota? You know what I'm saying? So I just think this team is in big trouble. I don't think the trade was good because you're taking something away from this team that he was a definite, right? Going into a game. You knew he was gonna get, 25 and probably, 8 to 12 rebounds. He was going to be a force in there. And now
I think you mess up chemistry too, though. Sometimes you get these teams. Think about this. Would the Boston Celtics have won a championship last year if they broke up Tatum and Brown? Everybody kept saying you had to trade one, right? Even we said it.
I was one of those guys,
right? But think about it. The chemistry that those guys have developed over the last 6 years, eventually you start to get it. And now Minnesota's trying to learn it all over again. And then you got a guy like Anthony Edwards who wants to rock all the time, and Julius Randle doesn't understand how Edwards plays, and it could make it more difficult, whereas Towns kind of understood that role.
See, this is the problem, Eric. They went from a team that was big and bulky underneath the rim. So they went from playing like that to now they want to shoot the ball at 3. It's just not working because they don't have the players to do that.
It's going to be an interesting year for them. I think this. I think we're going to see a different side of Anthony Edwards all season. We'll see. We'll see. I think we're ready. We're going to get ready into a Ron's rant here because I can't wait to hear this one.
Wait, before we do that, we should do this.
Let's do. So we have our Hall of Fame voting still going on currently. This is the last week to get your votes in for Major League Baseball. Reggie Jackson, Dave Parker, Dave Winfield, Ken Griffey Sr., and Roberto Clemente. Again, go to the Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook. Cast your vote. This is the last week to cast your vote to help induct one of these gentlemen into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, which is up there now. In baseball, we got Sandy Koufax, Barry Bonds, Mariano Rivera, Nolan Ryan, Cy Young, Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams, and Ty Cobb.
Is that Sonny Koufax?
Here is something wrong with you. No, it says Sandy. But I will.
I know. But don't you remember Sonny Koufax? You don't remember that episode?
But I will say this. Again, those are voted on by the fans. So Barry Bonds, a guy that's not in Major League Baseball Hall of Fame, is in Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. So
No,
again, you get, yes, he was.
He's not in there.
I just named him. Barry Bonds. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. That's
yeah, you're on the wrong side. I'm like,
Babe
what are you
Ruth,
talking
Hank
about?
Aaron, Pete Rose. Pete Rose not in the Hall of Fame. And he is in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame because it's wrote Big Daddy. I don't know. Big Daddy. Big Daddy. The movie. Got it. Willie Mays and Jackie Robinson. Big Daddy. And what about what are we doing? What was the other one? Oh, auto racing.
Other one,
auto racing.
Yes.
And for auto racing, we got Darrell Waltrip, AJ Foyt, Bobby Rahal, Elaine Prost, and Terry Labonte. Again, cast your votes. This is the last week. Even if you're watching us afterwards, go on afterwards. Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook. Cast your vote. Help elect one of these next athletes into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. You make that choice. The decision is yours and yours only, the fans. So join that page and vote. So let's talk some Major League Baseball, Ron. I know how excited you were that the Dodgers signed Blake Snell to a 5-year, $182 million deal. Do you think this is even fair for Major League Baseball to allow this to happen?
The Dodgers can go kick rocks.
Hey!
Ow! Yeah. This is, I mean, how is this even feasible?
Again, deferred payment. There's all kinds of stuff in this deal. Like, I don't understand how Major League Baseball, at some point there's going to be like an entire team with all deferred payments. And basically that team's going to win for a couple of years and then basically stink because I can't wait till this all comes back and bite the Dodgers because they're going to have to pay all these guys. No, it's never going
to. You know why it's not going to go? Because they'll find some way to write it off on their taxes and they'll never have to lose money.
They still have, it's going to go on their salary cap at some point. Like Ohtani's 60-something million a year. Goes on its cap. Dude, Barry Bonds, what's his name? Bobby Bonilla, still getting paid by the Mets. A-Rod, I think, still getting paid by the Yankees. Like, these guys still get paid. Their contract, they got to pay them. So they'll get it. They'll get it at some point. I just think Major League Baseball needs to step in.
It's a disgusting league. And this is why I kind of tuned it out for this past season. You know, it's like, yeah, I can still follow it in the standings, but I watched a half a ball game.
I am going to tell you right now. You want to know the truth? Soto signing with either the Yankees or the Mets. And I'm going to tell you why. Because Major League Baseball, Poppy Pardona of the Red Sox. Is he? When did that happen? I will say the Major League Baseball, the biggest ratings they had was this past World Series because you get the two biggest markets.
Mm-hmm.
And this is allowing the Dodgers to continue to be in the World Series. They need they need a New York market to be successful. This is all scripted by Major League Baseball at this point. You want to say the fix is in? I'm telling you right now, the fix is in because Major League Baseball wants this to happen. They need the Dodgers to be in. They need a New York team to be in because they care about ratings. Nobody's going to watch Kansas City versus Miami Marlins in a World Series. They don't care.
So apparently, Eric, this news
just
came out today.
Get out of here, Big Poppy. Really? That's big news, buddy. I'm looking it up right now.
That's good. Maybe you can buy them out completely and get Big Poppy to own the team. Because I don't like the direction that this team is. They're giving smoke screens. And I said this at the beginning of the season last year, that they're making it look like they're trying to sign people, but they're not going to sign anybody. They're just making it look like it. Oh, we didn't get them. Oh, man. We tried. Nope. Now they're saying, you know, it's not like an all but sure deal. They're going to get Soto. All but a sure deal. They're going to get Fried.
You remember that when we were doing some NFL thing and Kenny was like on saying all these trades were happening? Oh, no, it was the Celtics. Like it was all these boss. You're on wrong sites, buddy, because the Sox are not. He's not a pot owner. according to what I've just read. Anyway, Major League Baseball's got to fix this. They've got to fix it.
Yeah.
At some point, they've got to say, listen, you had your run. So this is what I found interesting, Ron. Are you ready for this one? The Los Angeles Dodgers in the last year have signed 5 contracts of over $100 million. 5. Okay?
Mookie.
How many teams in Major League Baseball? 30?
Yeah.
29 other teams. You know how many signed a $100 million contract?
2.
5.
Oh,
There's
really?
been 5 more contracts of $100 million. The Dodgers have done it on their own in 1 year. I don't understand how this is even making sense anymore.
All right, so what are the 5 teams? Obviously, Yankees, right?
Well, not 5. So 5 more $100 million plus contracts have been signed.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Yankees.
So there's been
signed
10 total. Yeah, the Yankees signed. I don't know. Well,
San Diego.
I don't know. I don't even know who. I'm trying to. The Mets, I think, had one. I don't know, but that's what I'm saying. Think about it. 5 other contracts out of 29 teams. 1 team has done it in 1 year.
Wow.
Like, there's something's got to stop. It's ridiculous. Listen, Snell came on late last year. He didn't sign early, but 5-3, 3.12 ERA, 145 strikeouts. He's 76-58 in his career. 3.19 ERA with 1,368 strikeouts. That's what they needed. More starting pitching. Great. Good luck. Everybody want to watch Major League Baseball. I'm going to tell you right now, Dodgers are back in the World Series. Surprise. It's dumb.
Yeah, I don't like it. I think it sucks. It is, you know what? Let them do it. Why? Because they're just going to kill the league.
It's going to happen. People are going to lose interest.
Yeah.
Why do you want to watch something that you already know the outcome?
They're going to end up dropping to 4th this season, this next season. They're going to drop to 4th because the NHL is going to pass them up because at least they're doing the right things, right? You have a hard cap in the NHL. They know, look, the NHL knows that they can only pay these players so much. And you got to keep in there, right?
Yeah.
Nope. Baseball, they'll figure it out. They think that they just keep deferring money. Everything will be okay. You watch. I hope the league completely crumbles and files for bankruptcy. I really do, because I think the league sucks.
And it was funny because I listened to something on the radio today and they're like, oh yeah, every team could do it. People are mad, but every team could do it. And the Dodgers just choose to do it. And I said, okay, let me see Kansas City or Miami or one of those small market teams do this. They will go bankrupt. They'll go bankrupt. Yeah. They'll be done.
And to top that, Kansas City Royals just traded Springer.
They can't afford to pay anybody. Right. They don't make enough money. But we got the Dodgers signing 5 guys in a year over $100 million. Anyway, Major League Baseball is garbage. I don't even know why we cover it. We might have stopped. We might not even cover it. Anyway.
Just put the WNBA in there.
We are going to move on to our split decisions.
Hey, there's a curling league locally.
Split decision segment. Basically, we give you two more likely questions, and we go from there. So I am first this week, Ron. I am going to give you your first split decision. It's your turn to make the decision on it. Which NFL coach is more likely to be fired next, Ron? Doug Peterson of the Jaguars, Antonio Pierce of the Raiders, or Brian Daboll of the Giants? So obviously we just had Matt Eberflus, who got fired today. Who would be next on the chopping block, Ron, of those 3 coaches?
Is Lawrence back in as starter?
Who?
Lawrence.
Lawrence is still the starter right now.
Okay.
I think so. I think he's back. Could cover USA dodgeball.
Bye, that would actually be pretty cool.
Bye, Felicia.
Hey, we have RIFC.
They lost.
I know, but they still went to the championship game.
We'll cover that. I just like the name. Lay still.
Lay still.
Right? That's pretty good. Lay still. Bye, Felicia.
Lay still.
Oh, that's too funny. That's too funny. Which coach next to be fired, Ron?
I'm guessing Peterson.
Over Dayball.
Yeah. Over Dayball. Because, like you said, I don't think it's Dayball's fault. He has nothing to work with. The poor guy. They haven't given him anybody.
They just look bad, though. They look so bad.
But I would think Peterson, because he did not do what was supposed to happen, and he was supposed to be the quarterback guru.
He did turn him around for a year. I mean, so did Dayball, then, if you look at it that way.
It's 2 years. This is his second season.
Yeah, good call. Good call. All right. So you're going with Peterson. All right. Anybody out there have an opinion, let us know. What else you got, Ron? What's your first?
All right. Let me see. All right, we'll go with this one first. Who is more likely to finish last in the NFL this season? Las Vegas, Jacksonville, or the New York Giants? Hey, those sound familiar.
Wow. What's the odds of that one? Listen, it's the Giants, guy. Without a doubt. The Giants are so bad right now. We're talking Tommy Cutler, Tommy DeVito. I mean, Dayball's a mess. Malik Neighbors, that number one pick, called out people and said they're soft too. Like, everybody's soft now. I don't know what's going on. That's the word. When you want to offend somebody now,
soft.
In sports, you say soft. And it's done.
Yeah.
You're soft.
And that tends to be what the New England Patriots are.
Not as bad as the Giants, bro. I would not listen.
They are what they thought they were.
I know some Giants fans, and if there's a ledge, they've jumped weeks ago. At least the Pats fans, we kind of skirt the ledge, and we kind of back and forth. They jumped, dude. They didn't want to see what happened. They jumped. It's bad right now in New York. Bad. Both teams. The Jets are no better.
Yeah.
New York football is a mess right now. All right, Ron.
A little bit.
Good one. But I'm going Giants. All right. Patriots are soft, GG. Yes, they're soft. They are soft. It's okay.
Who's Dev?
Giants all the way. Some co-workers. I don't know. They're messing around here. You got to love them. All right.
Oh, okay.
Second split decision, Ron. Which player is more likely to finish the NHL season with the most assists? Nathan McKinnon, who has 28, Jack Eichel, who has 26, or Martin Necas, who has 25?
Necas.
All right. Calm down, you and your hockey.
Not even Necas.
Necas. Okay, Necas. Martin Necas, 25.
I'm going to go with Nate.
At 28. He's only up by 2 on Eichel.
He's going to get it anyway.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Even with Cale Makar taking. Okay. All right. Nice and easy.
It is. Well, he's the better player, right? I mean.
I'm not arguing with you, guy. It's good. You're good. You win. You got it. All right. Your second split decision. All
right. So, Chris Kreider is on the trading block.
Wow, Rangers. All right.
Oh, yeah, they're folding like a freaking tent.
Really? Okay.
Where is he more likely to land? Boston Bruins?
No.
Buffalo Sabres?
Yes.
Colorado Avalanche?
Ooh.
And Utah Hockey Club, but I'm going to throw a fifth one in here because I think I like this one. Edmonton Oilers. They are not having a great year right now.
Yeah, they are not. And I could see them really trying to make another move because of them wanting to get back into the cup.
Yeah.
That would be a really good move for them.
Now, it's not rumored or anything to Edmonton. I'm just letting you know, but I like him there.
I like that one.
And they're struggling on their power play.
I don't like Utah. I don't think they're going to spend the money right now, even though they might be trying to build some. I think the fans
might actually have them in his no trade clause.
I would go Buffalo. though, also. Because it's still New York.
I like Boston in this one, too.
And Boston's not. He's not going to stop it. Stop.
Look, the Bruins came out and said they are going to make a change.
You are They are homering it up right now. Boston Bruins are not doing
There
it.
is talk.
Okay.
They have a bad power play.
Okay.
Chris Kreider is a power play specialist.
You couldn't convince me.
Perfect.
You could tell me it happened. I won't believe you.
But the problem is the salary.
Yeah.
They have to move.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't happening. Let it go.
I'm just saying. There's a rumor.
Little Elsa over there. Little Disney reference. All right. That was split decisions. That was fun. But it is time to talk some NHL, Ron.
That's why I did that one last.
Jim Montgomery has signed with the St. Louis Blues, so he is their new coach.
Why do you got to keep talking about him?
I know. The man right away got a job. I wonder why. Maybe he's good.
5 days it took.
Maybe he's good.
5 days.
Can he be successful with this team? So he's already been there before.
Yeah.
Right? It was assistant back in the day.
Assistant coach for Greg Berube.
So, listen, they're 2-0. They're 2-0.
Yeah, Oh, yeah, he's got to make them better. He's not going to make them worse.
I still think that Boston made a mistake. I know you don't agree, but I still think they made a mistake.
Look, I like him as a coach, but you had to do something, and the sooner the better. You can't pull off the trade that quickly, so you had to do the coach. You had to. But there's still another change coming. You watch, mark my words. They're going to make a trade. And the ones that could go, it could be Charlie Coyle. It could be Trent Frederick.
I just think, I don't know. This guy's a proven winner, Ron. And it's so hard to get coaches that can win at that level and be that successful. And he's never missed a playoff game with any of the teams he's coached. He's got 182 and 84 in his career, 300 games, a 662% win percentage. Like, this guy is good.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you're keeping players who were underperforming. He's already gone and made an impact in St. Louis. Yes, Boston's winning too.
Absolutely. But again, and that's that's what he does. He knows how to get a team to come out of whatever they were in and play better. Now, it's just unfortunate that whatever happened, we don't know what really happened. I mean, we can assume what happened, but for whatever reason, players weren't playing for him. And I still, in my mind, and that is a very scary place to be in my mind.
Nobody else wants to be in it, trust me.
I still go back to that day he yelled at Brad Marchand on the bench. I
still go
back that day. It's been different ever since.
You know why? Because he's soft. We said it. Oh, boy. It's over. We've officially crossed the line. I don't know. Listen, I just think St. Louis made a great move.
Know.
This was a good move.
Oh, it was. I think they fired their coach just to get him.
Yeah, 5-year deal.
Yeah.
5-year deal. And everybody forget, 2 years removed from the best record in NHL history. 65 wins. Man.
I would expect St. Louis to put on a run. And
they make the postseason, right?
Really
they're 3 spots out of a wild card.
Yeah, I think they'll make it.
Right? 11, 12, and 1. So he gets a couple more wins in him. And it'd be interesting. Yeah. All right, Ron. It is time. Great NHL talk, by the way, for Pick and Roll.
It's time for Pick and Roll.
Our Pick and Roll segment, basically, we got a topic, we pick it, and then we got to roll with it. And our topic this week is, we are on episode 48. So 48 years ago.
Why are we talking about Major League Baseball again?
In 1976. I know, we just said baseball, but baseball was good back then. 1976, yes, Ron. These Major League wins leaders from 1976, Jim Palmer, Randy Jones, Louis Tiant, Jerry Kuzman, and Don Sutton. We got to rank them from 5 to 1. I am first this week, so I will start us off. And
then I'll tell you if you're correct or not.
We've always said this too. If a guy has a losing record, you're going last. So, unfortunately, Randy Jones at 100 wins and 123 losses is at number 5. 1,933 innings pitched of 3.42 ERA, 2 saves in his career, 735 strikeouts, not very good. 2 All-Stars, won a Cy Young and an ERA title, but is at number 5.
So basically, he had one good year.
Yeah, and it might have been that year. At 4, Jerry Koosman. He pitched a while too. 3,839.1 innings pitched. He went 222 and 209 in his career. 3.36 ERA, 17 saves, Ron, 2,556 strikeouts, 2 All-Stars, and won a championship. At 3, I went Louis Tiant.
Louis.
Listen, Louis Tiant. I know. Louis Tiant.
The late Louis Tiant just passed away this year.
Yeah, you're going to be crying then too. Get ready.
I am.
A couple weeks. 3,486.1 innings pitched, 229 wins, 172 losses, 3.30 ERA, 2,416 strikeouts, 15 saves in his career as well, 3-time All-Star, 2-time ERA champion. This is where I struggle because I really had somebody different at number 1, too, but then I switched it because I felt like Don Sutton, as great as he was and as many innings as he pitched, I put him at number 2, 5,282 innings pitched, 324 wins, 256 losses, 3.26 ERA, 3,574 strikeouts. He had 5 saves in his career, 4-time All-Star, 1-time ERA, but that's what made him fall to number 2 for me because Jim Palmer, even though his numbers aren't as great when you look at innings pitched, only 3,948, 268 wins versus 152 losses, 2.86 ERA is very impressive, though. 4 saves in his career, less strikeouts. He only had 2,212 strikeouts, but he's
like a Greg Maddux.
Yeah, 6-time All-Star, 3 Cy Young Award winners, 4 Gold Gloves, 2 ERAs, and 3 championships. Put Jim Palmer at number 1 for me. That was my pick and roll.
Yeah, that's exactly how I have everything. And I am going to say Louis Tiant. Yeah, Louis Tiant was the first person that I saw pitch when I was a little kid. And I will never forget when I walked in and, my parents are watching the game and I walked in and the first thing I seen was Louis Tiant, the spin that he does on that mound. I was hooked right from there. And he made such an impact on me when I was a little kid and I had to watch the game because of that. And to have him in this pick and roll, it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
This is my childhood that I just remember. And Jim Palmer is absolutely one of my favorite pitchers of all time, right up there with Eckersley and Steve Carlton.
Yeah.
Like those 3 for me.
Good choices.
1976,
48 years ago, buddy. 48 years ago. Seems like a lifetime ago.
And he deserves to be there. That ERA at that time, woo! I mean, because there was some good hitters back then.
2.86. Phenomenal. All right, my friend. That was our pick and roll. Very good. Very good. It was a good one. Yeah, it was a good one. Good. Hey, some really good pitches. It is time for predictions, my friend. And we're getting close to the end here, Ron. Got about a month left.
Yeah.
I think I might have this one in the bag, but you never count your chickens before they hatch.
No, but it's getting
more and more difficult because we tied again last week, 5-4. Kenny came through at 4-5. So he's exactly at 500 now.
Yeah, and also Kenny was the only one that participated last week, so he's getting this the Joker.
Yeah, they could scuff the ball too. All right, awesome.
So
all right, so again, if you get the most wins this week, Ron will there's a prize for the winner You just obviously have to tune in next week so we could get your information
That's
and be able to put.
That's the catch.
That is the catch. You got to watch these two fine gentlemen again. That's the catch. All right, Ron. So we are going to start off with some NBA action. Another big matchup here, right to start. I believe it December 1st already. December. We're a month away from the year ending.
It is crazy. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
it's a blur.
So 12-1, the Boston Celtics at the Cleveland Cavaliers. As much as I want to believe in Boston, they barely won that last game. Yes, I thought I was like, and that was at home. I think Cleveland wins this one. Cleveland 2 losses on the season. They just lost their first home game, so I'm sure they're going to want to make sure that they make that up. I'm going Cleveland here.
I absolutely went right with Cleveland as well for those exact reasons. Look, as well as Cleveland has played, I don't think they're going to lose 2 in a row at home. And I'll take Cleveland on this one. And it was a close game. 3 points was too close to thinking that Boston was going to go in there and win.
Kenny went Celtics, so I feel pretty good about my pick. Thank you, Kenny. Anytime Kenny picks, I always like, Oppo. Please, Kenny, Oppo. James went Cleveland. Anybody out there want to pick a team, let us know. Boston Celtics at the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's on December 1st.
Let's go, guys. Let's go, lay still.
Also on December 1st, got the Oklahoma City Thunder at the Houston Rockets, Ron.
Yeah, I'm going Oklahoma City on this one. I know Houston just kind of slid, into that number 2 slot.
They're playing very well.
So I'm thinking Oklahoma City is going to be on high alert on this one, and they're going to be running and gunning,
dropping the Thunder. I went with the Thunder as well. OKC. I think. Listen, the Rockets are a very nice story, very good story. Yeah. Ime Udoka and what he's doing over there, but you know what? I think OKC still team to beat that West. Kenny went Rockets. That's a good sign for us as well. James, OKC. All right, NHL action.
Everybody against Kenny so far.
Game tonight, Winnipeg Jets at the Vegas Golden Knights. You didn't believe in the Jets last week. They pulled it out. I'm going Jets again. Although Golden Knights very good too.
I'm going to go Vegas on this one.
All right.
So Vegas is at home. Come on, they're playing excellent. They're in first place.
So the Jets.
Yeah, but
Oh, damn it.
Oh, you're in trouble now. You are in trouble now. There we go. I'll take James on my side.
All right, one more NHL action. Got the New Jersey Devils at the New York Rangers, Ron.
Rangers are right now in the middle of whatever it is. I thought the Bruins were playing horrible. The Rangers are like stinking up the joint. This is going to be New Jersey.
All right. I went Rangers here. And they're at home, and they'll figure some things out. So I went New York Rangers for the win.
Let's go, everybody out there. Like, make your picks. Get on the chart. You can win a couple of trading cards.
Not the Rangers.
So
he went Devils. Okay.
Yes.
James went Devils. Kenny went Rangers. Damn it.
I like when Kenny goes with you.
Yeah, I know. NFL action, Ron. We got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons. I still think the Chargers are a better team. I believe in them more. I went LA, even though they're on the road.
Yeah, I went LA as well. They're just better. Atlanta hasn't proven anything this year yet.
Only worry I have is I think Dobbins hurt for the Chargers.
Yeah.
So they're running back, but going Chargers here, James. All right. I like the bolt. The lightning bolt's always a good look.
Well, so far, James, I hope you go perfect on the day.
Yeah, because he's picking everything you're picking.
Just saying.
Kenny. Charges. All right, Kenny.
Oh, that worries me.
All right. Also, on Sunday, Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, clock is right at least twice a day, right?
Right. Philadelphia Eagles at the Baltimore Ravens. I trust Philly more than I do.
Is it my turn?
No, is it? No.
Yes.
Is it? It is.
Yes.
Go.
I trust Philly more.
There we go. Yes.
I do. I do. I don't trust Baltimore's defense. So
yeah,
I'm
one of the worst
Philly
in the league. One of the worst in the league. And Saquon Barkley is a complete, what a difference maker. What a difference maker. James going Baltimore. Wow, interesting. I just think that Baltimore should have been better than they are right now. And that defense is just not good. Not good. So it's not even the offense. Like it's not Lamar. It's not the offense. It's
definitely not the offense. The offense is
I think their defense is ranked 25th. I think their defense is ranked 25th. Like they're one of the worst defenses in the league.
It's not good.
It's really bad. Kenny went Philly.
Uh-oh.
Yikes. Anyway, tomorrow, Ron, we got some college football action as well. Number 3, Texas Longhorns at number 20, Texas A&M, the Aggies. I don't care that the Aggies are at home. I went Texas here. I just think, listen, they're fighting for a national championship. They're the far better team.
Yeah, look, I mean, these are always great games with these two teams, right? But I just think that Texas has so much more to gain and so much more to lose, and they're going to be ready for this game, and I think Texas takes it.
Yeah, I agree.
Feels weird with no NASCAR.
February, man. Got to wait now.
I think this year, this coming year, not this year because it would be too late.
Next 4 weeks.
This coming year, I am going to put our all total stats on NASCAR this year. This coming year.
I like
so
it.
That way, when you look at it, we know where our drivers have landed throughout every race.
Right? Cool. All right. That is our prediction segment. Thank you for those that have participated. Your names will be on the chart next week. So we will definitely make sure, see how you stack up. Let's see how you stack up. All right, Ron. It is final thoughts time. But before we get into our final thoughts, let's talk about that Hall of Fame and your last opportunity to vote for your next inductee into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame for Major League Baseball: Reggie Jackson, Dave Parker, Dave Winfield, Ken Griffey Sr., and Roberto Clemente. And for auto racing, we have Darrell Waltrip, AJ Foyt, Bobby Rahal, Elaine Prost, and Terry Labonte. One of these athletes will get into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. Your votes matter. So check out Sports Unfolded Sports Poll page on Facebook. Cast your votes this week. This is the final week to help elect one of these gentlemen into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. It is that simple. These are voted on by the fans, so the fans are the ones that makes the decisions for Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, not some writers who are so far out of baseball that they don't even understand that Pete Rose should have been in. But, Ron, I also want to tell everybody that they can follow us on all our social media platforms: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, MeWe. We're on every social media platform known, audio as well. So if you don't have time to watch, you can always listen to us on your favorite podcast platforms. We are on all of them as well. So check that out. And for all the great people out there, WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1. Thank you for letting us bless you every Saturday at 1 p.m. with our voices. We love the support out there, as well as SEC TV, Public Access Channel 12 in Southeast Connecticut. We are on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m., so we appreciate the support there. Working on some stuff in Rhode Island. Hopefully this week we'll be on WBOB 990 in Providence, Rhode Island. We are currently working on finishing up that as well with them. But Ron, before we do our final thoughts, can you tell all the wonderful people out there how they can get their name and business above on that banner and be a sponsor of Sports Unfolded?
Absolutely, Eric. All you have to do is just send us an email to this right here, ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. That is ribroadcasting.media@gmail.com. We can send you out the media kit that is absolutely incredible. If I do say so myself, it can give you all the information you need to know. And Eric, what do I say every single week?
Cup of coffee and one of your favorite, it could be a donut, eclair, croissant. It's cheaper than that.
Croissant.
So if you honestly want to have thousands of ears and eyes on your business every week, it's literally that simple. It's that simple.
Look, we read off we read off the ad. It gets put, the banner gets put up there, and let me tell you, we have 10,000 plus followers on Facebook alone. We have 13,000 listeners on WDJY. It is worth every penny, and believe me, it's not costing you much. So it's worth the risk, because there really isn't any risk.
Absolutely not. Try it out. Don't like it. Guess what? You don't have to keep paying it, right? It's that simple.
Right.
But you'll see the difference. We are continuing to grow every single week. More followers every week.
More listeners,
more views every week, more listeners every week. So we're continuing to grow. We are in our 4th season, going on to number 5. So, you know what?
Oh, you don't want to miss the end of the year.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. So we've got a lot coming up with Sports Unfolded. And then obviously sad would be the memoriam. We do our very last show of the year, just to honor all those that we've lost in the sports world. So if anything, tune in for that episode, because there's going to be some names that you may have forgotten. It's been 12 months. And, some phenomenal athletes that it's very difficult to even read their names sometimes.
I mean, just thinking about all the players now,
and
coaches, and
it's always a tough one. Ron, it is time for final thoughts, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It can be about anything going on in the world today. I do have 2. I know you love that every single week. But first one, very sad story coming out of, the Alabama A&M football team. Football player Madrick Burnett Jr., 20 years old, unfortunately lost his life to a head injury. He suffered in a game in October of this year on the 26th. So just about a month ago. And I just want people to realize that these athletes put themselves through some pretty difficult things that we've seen even through the course of their lives can affect them in so many ways. So take time to appreciate and enjoy the fact that they entertain us, but they're putting their lives on the line. Things can happen, and it's unfortunate, but they understand that. But just keep that in mind when you're criticizing an athlete, maybe a little more than usual, that, you know what, they're doing this for entertainment, and it could affect them for the rest of their lives, possibly even losing their lives. And just a sad story. So our condolences to his family, Madrick Burnett Jr. And his family. We our condolences on the loss there. My second one, a little more personal. I have the great opportunity of welcoming another member of our family this Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. My 3rd grandchild was born, Enzo Alexander, 7 pounds, 10 ounces. So we were excited.
Grandpa.
Yeah. Third time, my friend. So that's how we spent our Thanksgiving, was actually, visiting him in the hospital. But mom and baby are doing very well. Dad as well. But so just wanted to say that I'm so excited to have another member of the family. Thank you. But those were my final thoughts, Ron.
Hey, it could be somebody that takes over for us when we retire.
Right. My other grandson's Ezra. So we go Ezra and Enzo. I mean, I think it'd work. Sports Unfolded continues.
Ooh. Oh, let me know when they're ready.
All right.
Get him on for a segment.
We're already retiring before we, right?
All right. So, Eric, my final thoughts is got to be about Black Friday, right? Today is Black Friday.
It is.
So what are you buying? Right? So what I'm buying Chris Kreider. A bargain. You know, hey, you're going to pay half the salary that you would get an all-star for now, and he's going to give you a ton of power play goals. I'm buying on Chris Kreider. I'm also buying on Jake DeBrusk. Yes, I have to mention him after he came back to Boston and scored and won the game basically for the Vancouver Canucks. He's having a massive season already. He looks like the guy that they drafted and then they just let him go. But that's besides the point. But congratulations, Jake DeBrusk. I like him as a player. And of course, I'm buying Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Ooh, okay.
Because look, it doesn't even matter if they lose to San Francisco. It doesn't matter to me. Even though I don't think they're going to lose that game. I think they're winning the game because it's going to be snowing, I'm sure. So, but I'm buying because I think this team is ready. I think it's ready. I'm looking at them quietly. They've masked this great season, and they can clinch the division this weekend. Clinch the division.
AFC East.
And one more team I'm buying for Black Friday is those Houston Rockets. Even though I picked them to lose this week against OKC, I think.
Yes.
I'm still buying this team because the way they're playing, I don't think they're going to be like slumping midseason, you know, and falling down into the standings. I think because of the coach and what I saw him do, besides the extracurricular activities, I liked what he did on the court with the Celtics, and he's going to do the same thing with Houston, and I think they for real.
Agreed. Great one. Nice.
If you want to know,
thought, Ron.
Not buying Toronto Maple Leafs. I don't care they're in first place. They're not going to do anything. Also, not buying the Baltimore Ravens defense. Looks like a good deal.
Every time, but.
And I'm not buying Detroit Lions. After what I saw in that game, I'm not buying.
Okay.
I'm not buying.
All right. Ron, great final thought. I like that. I like what you did there. It is, episode 48, Sports Unfolded Black Friday 2024. Want to thank all of you that have joined us live tonight. Kenny, James, you guys are always amazing. Lay still. Thank you for chiming in as well.
Lay still has the greatest name that has ever watched the show.
So want to thank everybody for their support. If you watch us afterwards, like, share, follow our show, tell your friends about it. Join us. Guess what? Every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are live. We are fan interactive, and we love talking sports. So join in and talk sports with us. Again, check out tomorrow the best morning sports. Everything sports to me right now. The best morning show on the internet with Kenny and Ron.
At it again.
You guys do a great job of going on daily.
It's our 100th episode.
That is awesome.
100 episodes.
That's really
and Kenny
cool.
Gotta be
that is really
bringing that in. I cannot wait.
We've got to be pushing 200 now.
Oh, we got to be doing. We have to be.
Pretty close. So again, join us next Friday when we do it all over again, 6 p.m. Eastern. Next week, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on Rhode Island Broadcasting and Sports Unfolded. We love you guys. Hopefully, everybody had a great Thanksgiving as well. And again, we'll see you next Friday, Ron. And all we ever ask for every single episode is that we get peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.